Assalamu alaikum. Peace to all the gods and peace to all the earths. I come in the name of Emir, and I also come in the name of Supreme Truth and Master. And today I just wanted to build with y'all a little bit and tell y'all why separation is so important between whites and blacks, and why we as a people should not and cannot remain with the white folks and stuff, and why we should create our own and go out and do for self and stuff. Because I was reading a book by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, how message to the black man in America, and that the last page I was just reading was on that, and I really just felt that I needed to tell y'all, because just as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, teaching separation from whites and blacks is more important than prayer, and prayer is very important. So I said, man, I gotta do something. I can't just go out on the streets and stuff because ain't nobody out on the streets. It's too cold and stuff. Nobody's even out there. But I can reach y'all best on YouTube. So I'm finna just tell y'all right now. So why is separation between whites and blacks so important? Well, it's because we need to go and do for self. These are the slave master children. These is the slave masters and who are depriving us of knowledge of self and equal justice under their own lives. And they have done us so wrong and stuff. And now that we're free and we don't even want to leave them, that's just backwards. We can't prosper until we go and do for ourselves, make our own, have our own states or country or land. You feel me? We need to go and do this. So the reason is because without us doing for self, we can't do anything. We can't. This isn't our people. We as a people do not get along. They are made to oppose us, and they are enemies of us. And this is evident within all of how they treat us in the past and how they treat us to this day. They enslaved us. They took away our knowledge of self. They did all these demonic things. They killed us, raped us, branded us, hung us through slavery and stuff. And now, since we're so called free from them, we still want to be dependent upon them. They don't even want us with them. So why should we, as a people, still stay among them and stuff? And they're trying to, push this narrative that we need equal social rights among them. No, that's not going to get us anywhere. What we need is we need to be economically independent. We need an economical stance. We need to establish our own political stance and make our own whole stuff. Because I've been reading a lot about the 3 year savings plan and stuff, and everything that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad I agree with and falls in line with my beliefs, because everything that he says came directly from the mouth of Allah, because he is the last messenger of Allah. So let me just tell y'all why this is so important. We need to go out and do for self. No, we don't have we're not a part of the white nation. We're black. We were took from Africa and now we're brought here. This isn't our nation, America. We need to have our own. We shouldn't be intermixing with white folks and stuff. We need our own stuff. We was took from Africa. We was took, and then some of us was even here before them, but they enslaved the melanated Indians and stuff. So we're not a part of them. Us as the black nation needs to make our own stuff, because this isn't for us. Anything they do is not for us, and they're making sure that we don't have equal opportunities of them. So, because they envy our success. They don't want us to get as powerful as they do, so they don't give us the same opportunities within their own society. So the fact that they don't love us and they're gonna hold us from stuff, and that they still deprive us and have done such terrible things to us, is evident enough that we should not be with them. And how they was made, they was grafted to be different from us. Their father is Yaqub. Our father is Allah. So that's why we should not be with them and stuff. And we're never going to get anywhere sitting here and depending upon them. That's why for any nation, any people to be successful, they need their own land for themselves, which they can actually start farming on, getting their own stuff, buying lands where they can grow cows for leather and for meat. They can grow farm sheep for wool for clothes. They can grow cotton for clothes. They can get the meat from the sheep. They can get chickens. They can plant fields of navy beans. That's the first thing we need to do, right? We need to pool all together all of our resources, all of our people, and all of our money. And we need people, the rich black folks, to create their own independent businesses and create jobs for us. And then we need to, be conservative with the little money that we have, and then go out, buy our own, like I said, land, and then start buying land with lots of clay so we can make bricks and we can start making houses that we only give to black folks. But we need to be separated completely from white folks. We need to find our own place where we can do this and stuff, where we can build our own colleges, universities, schools. We need to be taught by us. Everything needs to be from us. Any other nation, do you see China run by white folks? Do you see any of these other places run by a person? Any other successful places run by anybody but besides themselves? You see how these white folks are so successful here in America? This because it's their own nation. They was taught trichology. This is their place. This is their playground and shit. That's their field. We need to get our own. We were took from our own place. We were stripped from all these things. So we must get knowledge of self. We must get we must educate ourselves on business. We must educate ourselves on how to farm. We must get people who have the know-how how to build. We need architects, we need carpenters and all that stuff. And but first, we need to have our own land where we can farm food. That's the first. That's the start. That's what I've learned is the start of every single nation that does and goes for their own self. Right. So this is what we need to do. We can't be taught by them because anything they do for us is going to hinder us and stop us. We can never we can never be their equals living in their own society. We need to have some shit for ourselves, some shit created from and for and made by us. You feel me? Now let me get into why we should not be intermixing with the white race. Just as all those things are not made for us, and this is one of their ploys to try to destroy us. They trying to get their blood into our blood. We should not be intermixing. They trying to destroy us as a people. Anything that they can do, that's why they trying to send our women to our men. So anybody out here, man, listen to me. What I'm saying, do not intermix with the white race. We need to only be mixing with. And what are the four colors of the black race? Brown, black, yellow, red. That's four. Man, we got all them colors. Why do we need white? White is not. They're not original. They're not aboriginal people and stuff. They're made to be against us and all that. And that's only gonna hold us back if we with them and shit. So I mean, if you do what you want to do, you can not listen to a single thing I say. But this is my stance on it, and this is the actual truth. Now, back to doing for ourselves and stuff. Like I said, we're never gonna get anywhere. This social trying to get them to recognize you as their equals. That's not gonna bring amongst nothing. Because one, they're never gonna do it. Trying to beg the white man to help you, he ain't gonna do it and stuff. So you cannot blame the white folks for doing evil because these white devils, that's that's their nature. You can only blame yourself for allowing them to do it to you. We can't be like, oh, you've done this. They're not going to help us. That's the nature of them and stuff. We need to start looking at ourselves and being, okay, we're the holders and keepers of ourselves in predicament. We need to get out of this. We need to get knowledge of self. We need to go do for ourselves and separate from these white folks. All these evils that they've done to us, they're not going to stop doing. That's what they plan to do. And even if they gave us social justice and gave us, recognize us as our equals and let us be right next to them, that ain't gonna bring about nothing. We need to have our own. We need economical justice, and no, they're not gonna give it to us. No white folks, they don't love us. They don't. They're not our brothers. They're not from us. They're not gonna give it. So we have to get up and do for ourselves. We have to stop trying to live extravagant like them, buying expensive cars, buying all these things. We need to save a little money we got, pull it together, and then use it to first get land, earth that we can farm for our own, then create businesses that can create jobs for our own and help fill the unemployment gap. And then once we have so much money, we can start having our own banks and have our own economic stance. This is what we need to do. And then we can start having our own schools and stuff where we can teach because a white man's school is only meant to hold you back and to keep you in a stagnant position without going up. We're not going to get anywhere living in a white man's world. So we must separate from white folks and black folks. We cannot live peacefully among them. This is shown. Show me one time in America or in the history of the white race, the 6,000 years they've been alive, that they have been able to be civil with anybody. I'm not talking about them with themselves, because they even fight against themselves sometimes. You feel me? But with anybody else outside of the white race, when have they been civil with them? When have they done anything good for them? Never. When you look in America, what's happening today, sometimes you're like, oh, well, the president, he's doing something, he says this. It's all lies and deception. When you look at what actually is done and what is still being done, it's the same stuff. We are all still slaves, economically, politically, in any aspect. They just shifted it. They made it. They don't have to use no chains no more. They mentally have us in a system where we're the holders and keepers of ourselves in predicament. Just as the one lesson, I forgot where it is, but why does the so-called American Negro fear the white man even though he's a so-called big man? It's because we're still children mentally, right? We've been hurt so much. We've been beat down to a state of dependency. So we don't want to go out and do for ourselves. We're so called free now. So why don't we want to go away from them? We want to stay with them. We weren't originally born with white folks. Our number is 6 and their number is 6, but theirs is 6,000. Ours is 6 trillion. It's like trying to compare a newborn baby to a full-grown 6-year-old running and jumping and stuff. You can't do that shit. We was born before them and stuff. We wasn't born with them. So stop trying to be with the slave masters and their children who are still depriving you of all the things that you need to be a successful nation and to grow and to be everything that you need. So this was just a little last short video while I'm trying to tell y'all and stress to y'all why we need to get separated from them. You feel me? We can't this illusion of social justice and stuff, trying to get them to say, "Oh yeah, I like you," trying to be liked by them. Fuck that shit. That's selling your soul, trying to be liked by them, trying to cover up and being afraid of them. Fuck what they think, fuck what they do, because guess what? Our success threatens them, and our success is just putting the nail in the coffin of their death, of the death of their race, because their race, their time of ruling was up in 1914. So the clock is ticking, they don't got no much time left, and they know that. So they're not going to help you. They don't love you. And anytime you try to sell your soul by trying to be quiet and being afraid what they think, the truth will carry yourself, and Allah protects those who say the truth. So if we're saying the truth, I don't care what the fuck. I'll go on the street, say it in front of any white devil that's there. They can try to shoot me, shoot at me, stab me, kill me. I don't care. I'm going to say the truth. There's no stopping me. Because once you fully submit to the will of Allah, He gives you fearlessness. He takes away your grievances. He gives you peace of mind and contentment. We're not taught to carry weapons. We're not taught to attack people. We only act in self-defense. That's the difference. Because some people are complete pacifists. That's not the route. If someone hits us, why? Like that's one of the things that Christians talk about is we should love the enemy. Hell no, we should not love the enemy. That is complete fucking bullshit. I'm gonna tell it to you like that. Why should we love the enemy who's going to keep hurting us? We should get away from the enemy. The enemy does not love us. We should not love the enemy. That is a ass backwards teaching. I don't care who you are, who you come at me. We should not love the enemy. Try to, you cannot dispute that with me. All right, we should not love thy enemy, and that's just another tactic they try to instill within our minds with the indoctrination that they've used through Christianity, to get us to keep loving them. Because I'm gonna tell it to you, we've been hurt and mistreated so much. Now we look to the devil and stuff, and we think we can't do nothing for ourselves, and this is just keeping us in the same trap. They engineered America in all these cities to keep black folks in a certain area, keep the water quality poor, to hurt us. That's a form of birth control, because when you look at the white race, they always have birth control laws. They were created through a birth control law. That was your cool, you know. What they would do is anytime the baby came out black, they would say, "Oh, this is a special God baby" and stuff, and they would kill the baby. Man, it's going straight to God. That's what they would say, because they would kill the baby, and eventually the people turn white. But look, just to sum up this video and tell y'all, you know, just what this is supposed. I'm trying to say we cannot be living in the same. We cannot be living in the same place as them. We cannot have a society with them. They're never going to look us as equals. They're not going to give us equal justice. They're always going to deprive us of what we need. And what we need to do is to separate from them. We need to make our own stuff. Stop trying to be friends and buddy with them. That ain't gonna get us nowhere. That's only gonna keep us where we are. And stop trying to say, "Oh well, nah, man. Don't we gotta separate from them?" We need to create our own stuff. That doesn't mean we gotta force every single black person to go away, because at the end of the day, there are gonna be some people who just will not. You can put the truth in their face, but the fear within their heart, they still think the devil can hurt them. But I'm gonna tell y'all, the truth is always protected by Allah. And when you fully submit to the will of Allah, He rids you of all your fear and all your grievances. So this is what I want to speak on today. Peace to all the gods and peace to all the earths. Word is born. Assalamu alaikum. And this is Emir, or Supreme Truth and Master. And I hope y'all have a peace and blessed day. Keep y'all vibrations up and y'all frequencies and y'all energies, and build positive. Peace.